What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today, we're here to take a look at this 2020 Porsche 911 Carrera S. I'd like to give a special thanks to Porsche Atlanta Perimeter for making this video possible. So let's start off with the name, Carrera. What does that mean? Well, in Spanish, Carrera means race. So why would Porsche name their flagship vehicle Carrera? Well, between the years 1950 and 1954, Porsche participated in a race called the Carrera Panamericana road race, and they had great success in that race. As a matter of fact, it was recognized as one of the world's most dangerous road races at the time. So since they had so much success, they decided to name their flagship models after that. Now, where does the S come from? The S comes from the upgraded power output from the standard Carrera. So this Carrera S model is putting out 443 horsepower. Now, this particular model has been finished in carmine red. It features a black leather interior. Design-wise, if you're familiar with 911s and you like 911s, chances are you like this new 8th generation 911. When a new generation of a 911 comes out, it's more of an evolution as opposed to a revolution. So the designers make minor tweaks. So if you love the previous generation, you're definitely gonna love this one. Today, let's check out the exterior and the interior of this vehicle and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Seeing the car in the flesh, one of the first things I noticed about the front is that the nose has been lengthened a bit. Now, this car is a little bit larger than a previous generation. We'll get into that a little bit later. I also noticed that you have LED matrix headlamps. I really love the detail that Porsche has incorporated in the headlamp design. It looks outstanding. Coming lower on the front fascia, you have active louvers that open and close dependent on air ventilation needs and aerodynamic efficiency. We first saw that on the Porsche 918. Taking a look at the side profile of the new 911, the car is marginally longer at an additional 0.7 inches when compared to the previous 991. Now, it is 1.7 inches wider, and you'll really notice that at these front flares here. Now, your wheels, this car comes fitted with the Carrera Classic wheels, staggered setup, 20 inches in the front, 21 inches in the rear. Now, your brake rotors are cross-drilled and internally ventilated, 13.7 inches in the front and rear. Now, there's an option to have carbon ceramic brakes at an additional $9,000, but only get those if you're truly about that life. Now, as far as weight is concerned, the 992 weighs about 120 pounds more than the 991. Why is that? Well, that's due to the fact that you have an enlarged crash structure up front. You have larger wheels. Remember, the wheels are 20 inches up front now and 21 inches in the rear. And then you have the all-new 8-speed PDK gearbox, and we'll cover that in a little bit more detail later on in the review. Now, since this is an S model, I want to make mention that compared to the standard Carrera, the ride height has been dropped about 10 millimeters or about 0.39 inches. And then, of course, this particular model has been finished with a carbon fiber roof, which looks amazing. Taking a look at the rear of the 992, you'll see that this is where a lot of the new design work has been incorporated for this new generation. I love how beautifully sculpted the rear haunches are and how smoothly the bodywork flows. Now, if you take a look at the engine cover, you'll notice it's covered with these vertical vanes. I really love that design, and to go with it, Porsche has incorporated a vertical third brake light. Now, coming further back, you'll notice your spoiler is 25% larger than what was found on the 991, and it goes up in 2 stages. The first stage will cause the spoiler to raise about 4 inches at 55 miles per hour, and then at 93 miles per hour, it will raise up even more. Now, the spoiler can be controlled manually via a button in the car's infotainment system as well. You'll also notice you get full LED tail lamps and, of course, lettering on the rear of the car. Now, coming lower, you have the car's exhaust system. Let's listen to how that sounds. So now that we talked about some of the exterior characteristics and heard how this car sounds, let's go ahead, hop in the car, take the car for a spin, and talk about some of the interior features and driving characteristics as well. All right, so this is the driving portion of the review. I got my buddy Raul with us here. He's from Porsche Atlanta Perimeter. He's gonna be sharing with us some of his thoughts on this car, and I'll be going through some of the specs and give you my driving impressions of this vehicle.
All right.
Right off the top, I can tell that this is a really engaging vehicle. One thing I love about Porsches is the fact that when you compare it to other exotic cars, this is a car that you can easily use every day. It's practical. It's got that practicality that, you know, Lamborghini or Ferrari, you know, most often do not have, right?
Yeah, I mean, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, wonderful cars, but there is a delicacy to them that makes them a little tough to, you know, use every day. I see people commuting with their Porsches, their 911s, not just their Caymans or Cayennes or Macans, but, you know, their high-end 911s,
right.
the GT3s, the turbos. This really is a car built to drive every day, to be enjoyed in many different ways. So you can really see that with the 992.
And you can really road trip this car, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen people do it.
So it gives you a lot of comfort, that gives you that everyday usability, and that means you're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of this vehicle. Now, one thing I love about this interior is a characteristic of the exterior, and that's how I can hear that engine.
Oh yeah.
So powering this 911 is a 3-liter flat 6, putting out 443 horsepower at 6,500 RPM, 390 pound-foot of torque at the low engine speed of 2,300 RPM, 0 to 60 anywhere between 3.3 and 3.5 officially. If you have the Sport Chrono package, some people have got 0 to 60 in 2.9 in this car.
Oh yeah, yeah. So with performance like that, I mean, just imagine how quick the upcoming turbos, GTSs, those are going to be like.
Right, and this thing really just, it hugs the road like Porsches are known to do. I love the way the engine sings in this thing.
Yep. About to join the highway here so we can get up to speed a little bit.
That PDK transmission just really, I mean, do you hear how quickly it's shifting? That's insane.
Yeah, it just snaps off gears.
So you have an 8-speed PDK transmission. That's 1 gear up from the 7-speed that was in the 991. So those additional gears, gear 7 and 8, are going to help you with your fuel economy. You get really good fuel economy in this car, by the way.
Yeah, it's another thing that keeps it, you know, day-to-day usable.
Yep, that usability. So that extra 8th gear is going to allow you to have really short ratios between gears 1 through 6, and it's going to make you have a really interactive experience with this car. It's going to be really dynamic, so you're going to be shifting like that, and it makes it really fun to drive. Right?
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, I myself am a manual transmission purist, and we do have a 7-speed manual model coming up soon. But the PDK really shows just how exciting an automatic transmission can be, given how quickly it snaps off gears and how, you know, consistently it keeps you within that power band.
Yep. And I just love how dynamic this car is with all the comfort, individual, and sport settings. Right. It really just opens up that window of what exactly you want. And part of that is thanks to PASM, Porsche Active Stability Management. You're getting new dampers in this car, which really just cranks open that window. So when this car is in comfort, it's really comfortable.
Yeah.
And when it's in sport, it's really sporty.
Yep.
It gets a really stiff experience if you want that. So it just gives a little bit of something for everybody. And I think you said individual mode just allows you to custom tailor it, right?
Right. So you have your sport mode, your sport pluses. You know, there is an appreciable difference between each mode. You get a little more weight in the steering, a little more tightness in the suspension, and you can open up the exhaust valves to hear a little bit more of that engine. But individual mode allows you to set your suspension, your steering, your exhaust mode in different settings, so you can tailor it to your own driving experience. You know, you might want to hear the exhaust, but still want the comfortable ride with a little bit more firmness in the steering, and you can tie that all into your own individual mode there.
They have truly done an outstanding job with this Carrera S model. I want people to realize that you're getting performance figures that were in the previous generation GTS, now available in an S model. And that's just amazing. That really is amazing.
Yeah. And again, we do have a GTS coming up. We do have turbos and Turbo S's coming up. So with the performance available in this Carrera S, just imagine what you're going to be able to get into with the GTSs and the turbos.
So while I was outside, it was freezing. It was probably 30 degrees or so. But one thing I noticed I loved was that horizontal tail lamp.
Oh yeah, the light bar. So that's a callback to the 993. That's one of, you know, Porsche's most renowned designs for the 911. That used to only be on the 4S models, but now they've brought that to all models now. All 992s are going to have the wide body chassis and the full-length light bar.
And it really helps pronounce the width of this car as well. I noticed that.
Yeah, very much so. There's also a nice little Easter egg on the air intake in the rear. So you have several slats and an integrated third brake light in that air intake. You have 9 slots on one side, 9 slots on the other side, and then 2 for the top mount brake lamp. So 992, nice little Easter egg there.
Oh, that downshift.
Yep. We're on a nice little cloverleaf ramp here. You can really feel the handling, the steering.
The car really pulls. I love how that horizontal exterior characteristics translates into the interior. It's a simple design here. I really love that about this car.
Yeah, it's very intuitive. Everything's laid out very functionally. It's easy to reach. You can see how clearly laid out the infotainment system is as well. And you'll notice, I mean, if you're looking back through some previous generations of the 911, just like they have that consistency of exterior design, you can see a lot of resemblance in the 993 generation with the dashboard. You know, it's very horizontal, very easy to see, very easy to reach, but still, I mean, a very pleasant place to be, especially if you start adding some trims like this carbon fiber. There's a leather wrap dash available and a lot of really vibrant interior finishes as well.
I love how simplistic it is. That's one of my favorite features. And like I said, Porsche has been putting out 911s for generations. This is the 8th generation. Let me give this guy some space.
Oh yeah, I see that.
This is the 8th generation, and a lot of sports cars today, hold that thought. A lot of sports cars today, they overdo it, right?
Right.
Specifically, the Corvette C8. When you look at the interior of that car, I'm not knocking that car, but when you look at the interior, it just looks like almost overdone. Like, we get it, the car is fast.
Right.
But when you sit in the 911, Porsche's like, we've been doing this for decades.
Yep.
We've done this before. We don't need to add all those sharp angles and all that other stuff. So I really love the simplicity of the interior.
Right. And again, tying that into how it's a usable everyday sports car, you want your interior to be functional, easy to access, easy to read too. So if you start getting a little too elaborate design, some of those controls can get lost. They may not be as easy to access, but you don't really find that. You see everything's laid out exactly where you expect it to be.
What an amazing machine. I've also noticed the seats are fairly comfortable. Like I said, you could take this on a long drive. I think you mentioned there were some carbon fiber seats.
They are, yep, you get carbon fiber bucket seats. Those will be coming soon. Those are really for the track. Those will keep you just bolt straight. I wouldn't recommend road tripping with them unless you're, you know, really bold, but yeah, if you're gonna get into that, you've really got to be serious about driving.
So one thing that makes the 911 special is that it covers a wide array of customers. There's several different flavors of this car.
Very much, yep.
If you're a track guy, you can get a GT car, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're an everyday guy, you want to take this car to work, you can get a Carrera or a Carrera S.
Yeah.
You like convertibles and coupes? Targa?
The Targa, one of my favorite designs. If you really want to indulge, you can get into the turbos, the Turbo S's. And then a nice balance, I mean, one of my favorite models is the GTS. And then for the real driving purist, there's rumors of them making another Carrera T as well. You know, your real lightweight, purebred Carrera. Without all the extra luxuries, if you just want to get in and drive, that's really the one to plug into.
So something for everybody, essentially.
Yep, something for everyone.
Now, you also have a dial on this steering wheel that gives you easy access to change the driving modes, correct?
Correct.
One thing I noticed about the interior is that Porsche kept this circular design for the steering wheel. A lot of people are going over to the flat bottom design, but I love this classic look. It really just remains true to the Porsche brand.
Yeah, it falls to hand really easily. I mean, I also noticed the rim is a little bit thinner than I found in a lot of other luxury and exotic cars. And I can appreciate, you know, the padding and all to that, but this just falls right in your hand. It feels very natural, very organic. I mean, you can really tell the fit, just the general fit and finish of this interior.
It's amazing.
That's never going to get old, is it?
No, the exhaust note is not going to get old.
Nope.
That is probably my favorite feature.
Yeah, wait till we get one with a sport exhaust. You really got to feel that
Oh
out.
my goodness. That's going to be amazing. So I'm going on an exit ramp now, and I'm just excited about the opportunity to downshift because it sounds so good.
Yep.
Listen to that.
So there's no hesitation, no delay, no braking power. It's always ready to go.
That is really quick. Oh my goodness. This car makes me feel like Mike Lowry. If you guys seen Bad Boys, this is an amazing experience. Raul, I can't thank you enough, man.
Hey, it's a pleasure. You know, I'm always excited to share these machines with any enthusiast who's interested. So, yeah, come on down and please check them out. We're at Porsche Atlanta Perimeter. Always happy to share.
So that was an overview of this new Porsche 911. Stuttgart has truly put out a masterpiece. I love 911s, so of course I say that every time a new generation is released. I'd like to give a special thanks to Porsche Atlanta Perimeter, especially Raul for making this video possible. If you like what you saw, please be sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next one.